Okay, this is weird, right? I just want to say really quick, I had no intentions of using this channel again. It is literally just for whenever I feel like shitposting. If anyone comes to this channel and finds it and is like, oh, who's this person? This channel is literally just for shitposting any random shit, with whether I'm depressed and I'm trying not to like kill myself, or whether I'm with my friends, or whatever the case may be. This is what this channel's for, and it's followed by my friends. I'm pretty sure I know everyone who follows this channel. Like, it's only got 20 subscribers. But yeah, this isn't like a channel that is meant to be for clout or anything like that. And the reason why I bring that up is because the video I'm making now is gonna be a bit different. So up until last year, I had a YouTube channel called Phantom Dolly Art. I don't know, I can't remember if I had art on the end of it, but it was Phantom Dolly. It's the alias I used to go by with my art accounts. And with that account, I had an experience with Creepshow Art. The reason why I'm even making a video, I don't know if I'm going to end up uploading this, but the reason why I'm making a video is because everything that's going on with her. I wanted to make a video a long time ago, back when I had that old channel, but I never did because she was subscribed to it and she would see it, so I didn't want that. Basically, I just wanted to be able to talk about my experience with her and how I felt, because people associated me with her. People didn't associate her with me, but the people who followed me associated me with her. And I wanted, there's children screaming outside. I wanted to share the fact that me and her were not friends. We were hardly even acquaintances at this point, because I think Shannon basically love bombed me, which is a huge thing that I'm seeing a lot about recently. I wouldn't even be talking about this if the love bombing thing wasn't like a common theme. But yeah, I think Shannon basically love bombed me, and I wanted to kind of talk about that. I don't think anyone who follows me actually knows what's going on. Basically, Creepshow Art's this big art commentary YouTuber that I used to fucking adore before she turned into like drama and posting videos without research and stuff like that, and becoming really bitchy online, basically. But I used to adore this person. You know, she was my biggest inspiration, and she was the reason why I started that channel in the first place. But she's been outed for a lot of not so nice things, like using slurs against trans people, autistic people, and gay people, even though she stands completely against it. She's a part of the LGBT community. She loves everyone who isn't a paedophile. How dare you use slurs? She's that kind of person, right? And that's how she tries to put out that she is. Which is why it's so weird that she would use these slurs. And this isn't like 7 years ago when she was young and dumb and had her private Twitter and, you know, just used a funny slur because it was ha ha ha, it was okay back then. No, this is like recent. This is it within the last 2 years, when she's had this channel, that she has been saying, hey, I'm a good person. Fuck you for using slurs. So, there was that. There was also the fact that she was shit-talking all of her mates, who she publicly and personally was like, oh my god, I love you. Love bombed them to shit. She also allegedly stalked Emily Artful and harassed her for years and used child porn against her and revenge porn, all that really nice, friendly stuff. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to kind of talk about this, one, I wanted to talk about this a long time ago, but two, because a few people have mentioned the fact that Shannon used other people's art in her videos, and as far as they're aware, she didn't pay them. I was one of those people. And Shannon even posted on lolcow as herself, like she would pretend to be other people talking about Shannon, but it was her. And she was like, oh my god, Shannon's using other people's art, she can't even be bothered to use her own, she's not even paying them, blah blah blah. And I remember seeing that and I was like, you're aware of this? So there was that, but then there was also the love bombing, and I have obviously experience with it. I think I was like the second or third person for her to use art of. I remember she was like, she posted saying that she wanted to use people's art and for promotion, and I was like on that straight away. I was like, here, if I could take my drawing, put it online, and that's where my channel kind of started, and that's where everything else started. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to do a speed paint because of, we're talking about art. So if you do like my art, I have an Instagram that you can follow. I've opened commissions. I need money. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about my experience with her. Obviously, my experience with her is very brief. It upset me personally because of who I was at the time, which I will talk about. But it's nowhere near as horrible as the likes of Ready to Glare and Emily Artful and all them. It's nowhere near as bad. But I feel like if I felt this way during the situation, there's probably other artists whose art she used who felt the same way that I did. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Okay, yeah. Guess I'll get into it now. Actually, before I cut to the speed paint, I just wanted to say, if you come across this video from because of all the drama, it's not drama, it's actually serious shit. I don't like it when people call it drama. But if you come across this video through that, and you like the video for some reason, don't subscribe to me. I don't use this channel. This channel is for shit posting whenever I feel like it. This is not a commentary channel or anything like that. So just don't subscribe off the basis of this video, because you won't like the rest of my content if I ever decide to post it. Okay?
Okay, so a little bit of background on me before I actually get into this story. 2019 was probably the worst year of my life so far. At the very start of the year, I heard my parents arguing, and my mother basically said, look, I don't want to be with you anymore, to my father. Then on the 31st of January or the 1st of February, my partner's sister passed away, and that was horrible, to say the least. 3 days later, my parents split up, and then another 3 days later, it was my 17th birthday, which I wasn't looking forward to because that meant I had to start driving. And then about 2 months later, I had to put my family dog down. So it's safe to say that year in such a short time was terrible. Alongside that, I was stuck in a college course, health and social care, and I hated it. It was so stressful to me. It's something I didn't want to do, but I was stuck there, and nothing was going right that year, and it felt like nothing was even worth living for. I'm not sure if it was that year or the year prior that I came across Creepshow Art. I hadn't really been watching her for that long at this point anyways. At this point, she didn't really have a massive following. I'm pretty sure she was still doing her story times and stuff, and I really enjoyed that content. So one day, Shannon posted a photo on her Instagram story. It was a photo of her brother's grave. She had scribbled out his last name, but she left the first and middle name in the photo, and it was Robert Michael. And this was really weird to me, not because she posted a photo, but because she had said that it was the first time in a while that she had gone to her hometown. So it must have been the first time in a while that she'd seen her brother's grave. That day that she posted it was the first time that I went to my brother's grave in years, and it was also the first time that my boyfriend went to see his sister's grave because they were both in the same cemetery. But beyond that as well, my brother's middle name is also Michael, and I just found so many weird coincidences, and it just felt like someone actually understood what it felt like to have to go and see your sibling in a cemetery. So weirdly, I got excited about this, and I felt the need to tell Shannon about it. So I tweeted at her, and I basically said, if Robert were alive, he would be so proud of her. And she responded saying something along the lines of, oh my god, I'm crying, thank you, whatever, just a really short response. There wasn't really a conversation there. So moving on from that, I had a YouTube channel and an art account on Instagram called Phantom Dolly Art. And on YouTube at the time and now, there is a lot of people slagging each other off, people each other's throats. And I decided that I was going to do what Piper Sweeney did and just post a video about the YouTubers that I like. You know, try and be a little bit positive for once in my life. And Shannon was like the main focus of that video because she was like my favorite person on the internet at that point. And she was like my biggest inspiration. And that was that, you know, there was nothing that came out of it. It was just a small video. It wasn't anything special. But then a few months later, Shannon announces that she wants to start featuring people's art in her videos. And I like jumped on that, like I said. Like I was so excited. I went and did a speed paint specifically for it. I went in and I edited it. I edited it all on my own. I did everything on my own specifically for Shannon. But I couldn't email it to her because it was too big. So I messaged her on Twitter. I wasn't really expecting a response, but I got one. Asking if I could send it through Google Drive. And she said, yeah, go ahead. That's perfectly fine. Shannon must have seen, like, looked at my Google account or whatever because she found the video that I posted. So I sent her the video through Google Drive. I messaged her saying thank you, and then I went to bed. The next day I wake up and I have a notification on my phone saying that Shannon followed me back, and I was like, what on earth is going on? And she had messaged me as well, so I went onto Twitter and I opened up my messages. So the message reads, which I will put it on the screen, but I'll read it out to you as well. Shannon said, no thank you, I watched your video. I said, you did? And she said, and you're massive and great and I appreciate the support like you wouldn't believe. Yep, I'm literally posting about it now because it's so kind and sweet, and you calling me a Powerpuff Girl is so accurate and dope, and like all of it was sweet, all of it. And that was so heartwarming to see because obviously I'd made her happy, and that's all I ever like to do is make people happy, and I was so glad that she actually noticed it as well. So Shannon did indeed post about it pretty much all over. She posted like my art on her Instagram, stuff like that, but she also tweeted about me, and this tweet is actually like kind of hard to read because of how happy it made me. It says, a while ago this beautiful person tweeted me something that has stuck with me for a really long time. Despite not knowing me or my brother, this wonderful young person tweeted that she firmly believed that my brother, if he was alive, would be proud of me, and that is something that I think about almost daily. Would he be proud of me? Would he think I'm funny? Would he be mad if I told a story about him causing panic on the US naval ship? And the fact that she said that mattered so much to me, it really fucking did. Then later, and after one of my main bros online wore my merch, she drew this fan art of me and Ready to Glare in each other's merch. Mom supporting moms. And that meant a lot to me. To be put in the same caliber as another creator who I genuinely respect that much meant so much because I felt like, holy shit, that's so cool. I can't explain how much that meant to me, and it's silly trying to. And then I find this video, link below, and I full on fucking cannot contain how much this shit means to me. I try to talk to you guys every day, and seeing how I can help you and like just be there for you online is amazing. And I feel very blessed to have this community. I'm lame as shit, I know, but I wouldn't be half the shit poster without you guys. So there she showed the image that I drew her, or the drawing that I did for her and Ready to Glare, which I will also show on the screen, and she linked my video under there as well. It's funny how she says like how much she respects Ready to Glare, and it's just like clearly that's not the truth now, but yeah, it's just kind of sad. So then on her community post on YouTube, she made a community post. Incoming sweetness. So first, this video made me happy. Not only is this little lovely super kind and sweet to me about what I do in a way that I don't deserve, but she also said Siren Cove, Ready to Glare and I are essentially the Powerpuff Girls, and now and like that made me scream. And then she also posted my video underneath the thing as well. Okay, so going back to the messages really quick, I can't remember what was said. I think it was something along the lines of, because I don't have the screenshot of the thing prior to this, but I remember Shannon saying to me something along the lines of, like, if I ever needed any help online with assholes and stuff, to give her a shout, which I really appreciated because I'm a really sensitive, dumbass girl, and, like, I need help, you know, sometimes, so the fact that she was there, like, yeah, literally, if you need help, give me a shout, I'll sort them out for you. And I responded saying, thanks, I think you're probably the only person who would, to be honest. And she says, bro, I'll go bat, trust, haha. Also, your content is dope as hell. Just like your content is creative and interesting, and you're going to do so well, I feel it in my bones. So after she posted the video with my featured art, I obviously got a lot of subscribers. I say a lot, it was a lot for me. I had less than 100 at that point, and Shannon would comment on my videos. So on this one, Shannon says, you now have 75, dude, look at you grow. Fuck yeah, and don't thank me at all. You're amazing and considerate and make terrific art and have an incredibly lovely personality, and I feel this topic so much. Then in a video of me and my partner just like pissy assing about and talking shit for like 40 minutes and bullying each other for 40 minutes, Shannon commented saying, "Why is this the funniest thing I've literally ever heard? It's so cute, my god." You know, she followed me on Instagram and everything, and I think it's safe to say that a lot of the stuff that she said was love bombing. You know, constantly saying about how beautiful I am and how wonderful, and I got such an amazing personality, I'm so sweet and I'm so kind and genuine and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. You know, she said that she would help me if I needed it. And the thing is, this all meant so much to me because at the time, obviously my parents had split up, and it just seemed like all the adults around me had become just giant children. They were spreading rumors, arguing all the time, like not being able to hold a proper conversation about the situation. And it felt like I was the only person who was actually mature in that situation. I was the only person who saw it come in. I was the only person who wasn't surprised. And now everyone, and it's not just my parents and my brother, it's like people outside of my family were just being so bitchy to one another because of this. And I was just like, why are you being so fucking childish? So not only did I not have like an adult in my life, I also didn't really have anyone to talk to. And the fact that this adult woman was saying that she would help me out if I needed it, the fact that she believed, or at least she said she believed, that I would go somewhere with my art, which is something that nobody, like my parents had never said to me at that point. Nobody ever believed that I would go somewhere with my art, which is what I wanted to do. The fact that she thought I was beautiful, the fact that she thought that I had a good personality, all these things I didn't believe about myself, and it took Shannon to tell me, this is what you are, this is what I believe, for me to believe in it myself. And it sucks now knowing that she's lied to so many people and that she love bombs people, because now I'm just thinking, like, did she even mean any of that? Because I still don't believe it about myself anymore. After what happened with Shannon, I don't believe that, any of that about myself. And it you know, it really sucks because it boosted my confidence so much, and now that's all gone. So again, at this time, I was young, I was pretty vulnerable, I felt alone. I had never really had any online relationships before, and so the way Shannon approached me, the way she talked to me, the way she talked about me, it made me feel like there was a bit of a friendship going on. You know, I personally connected to her. I don't think she connected to me in any way, but I personally connected to her, and the way she talked about me, it made me feel like we could be friends. She knew that I was young, obviously she mentioned it multiple times, so I don't know if she expected me to not feel that way. Obviously now that I'm a bit older, I wouldn't just assume that someone wants to be my friend by the way they talk to or about me. But at the time, I was so fucking lonely, it felt like I could trust her. It felt like I could be friends with her. And it also made me feel like someone finally had my back as well. Because she said it herself. You know, she made out that she could help me out if I needed it. And one of the things that people keep bringing up is the fact that Shannon didn't pay the artist that she featured in the video. And people believe that it's because she was too fucking lazy to use her own art. Which at the time I was like, no, obviously not. But if you look at her a lot of her recent videos, and when I say recent, I mean in the past like months and months and months, it all just looks the same. You know, it's not inspiring anymore. It just all looks like the same fucking piece, and sometimes she does use the same piece in a different video. So I am starting to wonder, like, is that why she featured our art? Like, I don't know. But this got back to Shannon. A lot of people were telling her that she should have paid us, and she posted on her story tagging me and another creator. I think she tagged the people that got the most out of the situation. So she tagged us, and she said that a lot of people were saying that we should be paid. She said that she essentially gave us a following, but people think that we should be paid. And she was like, what, you know, do you guys think I should be paying these people? And I responded, and obviously sucked her dick, because, you know, I said, like, no, you don't need to pay us. You know, we did this for you. You gave us this opportunity. And I told her my life this past year, or these past few months, has been an absolute shit show, and you saved me, essentially. This is the happiest I've been in such a long time, so thank you so much. And she basically just ignored the message. Like, she liked it and she didn't say anything, and I was just kind of like, oh, okay, sure, I just poured my heart out to you, but that's fine. Like, you know when you're trying to have a genuine conversation with someone, they just kind of leave you on red? You know, that kind of hurts a little bit. Yeah, that kind of sucked. But I figured, you know what, she's busy. She's got like 100 other DMs probably. Of course she's not going to respond. Then fast forward, she posted on her Twitter something along the lines of she was in like a rough situation, and if anyone felt inclined, they could send her money through PayPal. At this time, I was working in a pub and I was only making about 30 quid a week. And I sent her money. I only sent her £10 because that's all I could send, but I still sent it to her. And then a little while later, she posted saying she didn't mean to make teenagers, specifically teenagers, she wasn't trying to make teenagers feel obliged to send her money. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm one of the teenagers that sent her money. So I messaged her because I didn't want her to feel like she was forcing people, myself included, into sending money. I wanted her to know that I didn't feel obliged to, I just wanted to because I felt like she deserved it and she needed it a lot more than I did. And so I said to her, I know that it wasn't much that I did send you, but I hope that it helps. And I don't think she ever actually opened the message, or if she did, she left it on read, which again kind of sucked. So it went from like extreme love bombing, where she was really building up an ego that I didn't really have at all, but she was like telling me all these wonderful things about myself and making me feel good about myself, to then suddenly just like dropping off and just like completely ignoring me. And that sucked, because what it made me realize was that I was just a fan all along. I was just a fan that inflated her ego, and she benefited off of me. Granted, you know, she didn't get a following because of me, but I inflated her ego and it made her look good. I shouted out, this really small creator, look how nice I am. You know, that's what she got out of it. And when I realised that all I was an ego booster to her, that fucking hurt. Like, I thought that we were becoming friendly, and it just ended up being a fan who made her feel good about herself. And that really sucked, especially since she said that she would be there for me and that she believed in me, because I realize now that she probably fucking didn't. Obviously, this experience with Shannon is not anywhere near as bad as what happened with Emily Artful or Ready to Glare or Timmy or any of these people, but I just wanted to share the fact that I was love bombed by Shannon and how it affected me personally. You know, this was a really confusing thing for me and I was really conflicted. I thought that I had annoyed her. I thought that I had done something to warrant being ignored and to, just to piss her off. I thought that I had done something wrong when I hadn't. I hadn't done anything wrong. She just used me as an ego boost. And I just wanted to share the effects that love bombing can have on people, because while she left the situation, I say situation, it wasn't really much of a situation, but she left that with a higher ego. I left that with lower confidence than I already had, and I had really low fucking confidence. I left that confused and feeling unwanted. Yet again, it was quite hurtful. And now that I'm older, I probably wouldn't find something like that all that hurtful. I wouldn't even get myself into one of those situations, but I was a kid. I needed someone, and I thought that I had found someone, but I didn't. I was just there to make them look good. I did support Shannon for a while after this, but after a little while I found it quite hard to, because her content just became bitchy, and a lot of people call it sassy, but it's not fucking sassy. She was just plain nasty. She wouldn't give constructive criticism, and her content just became so low effort. There was nothing there anymore, and she was no longer an inspiration, so I unsubscribed to her. And that hurt as well. And the reason why I deleted my YouTube and my Instagram and my Twitter was because it was all connected to Shannon. People associated me with Creepshow Art. People didn't associate Creepshow Art with me, but the people who knew me from her associated me with her. I was always getting comments like, oh my god, you remind me of Shannon, you remind me of Creepshow Art, your art reminds me of hers, blah blah blah. And I was just like, no, I'm my own person, I'm not Shannon. Sometimes I felt like I even put more work into what I was doing than Shannon did, and I just felt like I didn't want that anymore. I didn't want to be associated with her, so I just deactivated all my accounts. And also, while I remember, the video that my art was featured in was, I think it was the first Blue Potion Code video, so it had a lot of views. But a lot of people thought that it was Shannon who was drawing. Like, okay, she didn't pay us, fine. We weren't expecting payment. But would it have hurt for her to verbally say in the video, this art was done by this person? She did put a little message at the start. She did, make us put our screen names in the video ourselves. She did put our links in the description. But obviously people ignored that because there were so many people who thought that it was Shannon who was drawing. I had people complimenting my art, critiquing my art, shitting on my art, thinking that it was Shannon. I did have one person saying like, "Oh, Shannon, you've really improved your art." And I've always found that funny. But still, like, I don't see how it could have hurt for her to say, "Hey guys, before I start the video, this art was done by this person. Go and give them a follow." It just shows like the amount of low effort that went into her shit. And obviously she didn't really care for us having like a promotion, which is what she said she wanted for us to have. She wanted to promote us, but obviously she didn't really care that much because she would have said it otherwise. But yeah, anyways, you can't go and watch the video anymore because it's been unlisted for privacy reasons or something. I don't know, but I'll show you the art that I did for her anyways. But yeah, that's basically my experience with Creepshow Art. Again, it's not as bad as what other people have experienced, but I just wanted to share it. I wanted to share it a really long time ago, but she was subscribed to my channel, so I was too afraid to. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and yeah, see ya.